Tis I, Guy with a Mustache, rank 598. Today I'm going to be ranking every single character in Deadlock's mid-game carry potential. Not necessarily just carry potential, but just how strong a character is in mid-game. I do have some metrics here for what will make a character good. It's going to be catch, meaning abilities like Bebop Hook or anything like that that are able to catch an opponent out of position or a character in the correct position, but you just have more people there. Um, High mobility. Good mobility characters are able to roam a lot during the mid game, so that makes them stronger. High burst damage. Being able to kill somebody quickly during the part of the game where people have less HP is pretty good. A strong ultimate. So a strong ult, even if your character isn't doing much in the mid game, if they come in and they press their ultimate, it will swing the tide of the game. And care. This is a little bit of a weird one, but care is essentially just my little thing for supports because supports are pretty strong during the mid game. Let's get straight into the tier list. Starting with Abrams. Abrams is good at every phase of the game. Like, there is never a point of the game where Abrams is good. He has a catch ability. He doesn't have a lot of mobility with 3 stam. He has good burst, a fine ultimate, and no care. So, he has his 2 for catch, and his 2 for burst, and his ult's like fine. But is just able to, if somebody's out of position, really punish them. Feels really good. Apollo is going to be A or S tier. I have yet to decide. He doesn't have a catch ability. He is highly mobile with a lot of burst, with a strong ult. It executes. And he doesn't have care because he's not a support. If they're not a support character, I'm not going to talk about care from here on out. But, I mean, all of his abilities are mobile with his 3 and his 1. And, I mean, this is true for his burst as well. Like, this goes down here. Just very strong mid-game character. Before I get too far into the video, let's talk about what I determine as mid-game. Mid-game is like that 10 to 18 minute mark. Like anytime where mid-boss has spawned, but you wouldn't do mid-boss typically. Like if somebody says, oh, let's do mid, it sounds like a weird call, essentially, is mid-boss in my mind. Going right next to Apollo into A tier is Bebop. Now, Bebop is not hypermobile, but he does end up buying like enduring speed so that he can roam and whatever. So he ends up being pretty mobile, but he has really good catch and a pretty good ult, mid-game ult while having no burst, depending on your build. You know, like if you get like a shit ton of bomb stacks, you could have a lot of burst, like a lot of burst. But Bebop able to catch people very easily in the mid game. Hooks on a 20-second cooldown, just pretty crazy, and that's if you don't put cooldown and max hook. Like, Bebop, one of the stronger mid game carries. Billy needs to scale a little bit, right? He has catch kind of with his ult. He doesn't have too much built-in mobility with his 2. Doesn't really have burst with anything with his 3 or his 1. Like, it's a little bit of burst, more bursty early game because you're not building into it much, and his ult's good, right? Like, it's good for the fight. So I mean, if we look, Abrams had 2, Billy has 1, so hence C tier. Calico is a very good mid-game carry. I'm gonna put her into S tier, right? Calico, she doesn't have catch, but she is very good at roaming. So, because of how mobile she is, the fact that she can be anywhere on the map, like, kind of gives her catch, right? If she's behind somebody out of nowhere, like, you literally just saw her in blue lane, and now she's behind you in yellow lane, like, it's essentially cast. Very good burst, and her ult is good for the burst, right? Right, these go hand in hand. But, I mean, her entire kit is her burst. Her entire kit is her burst. She's just a very strong mid-game carry. And now, in my opinion, Celeste is A tier. She doesn't have catch. She's hyper mobile. She doesn't have burst. And she has a good ult. Especially, okay, maybe she does have burst if you're 2+4 maxing, right? Like, you just catch one person out of position. But I think Celeste is a very strong mid-game carry. And that's all I gotta say about it. I think she's strong. The Doorman. The Doorman is like C tier. He has a catch ability. He's hyper mobile. He has no burst, and his ult is catch. So it's like we need to decide if this is a check mark. It is a check mark. Now he has 3 of the 4, but Dortmund is not good right now. And like, sure he's mobile, but he's not using doors correctly. And sure he has catch, but he's probably not using his ult correctly. I don't know. It's just weird. I can move him up a tier, but I still think that these characters are better in mid game than Doorman is. Yeah, literally all doormen do are fishing for fucking people under the walker because they think that they're Daboul or Silver or whatever the hell his name is this time. Next up we have Drifter. Drifter is straight into the S tier. Has catch with his Stalker's Mark and his ult, right? Able to get people out of position. Is pretty mobile with the Stalker's Mark. Once again, being able to teleport to people and creeps and minions. Very, very, very mobile. Decent burst with his 1, right? And also, like, the Stalker's Mark gives increased fire rate, and he has a very strong mid-game ult. Very strong mid-game ult. Okay. Talk about very strong mid-game ults. I think Dynamo's actually pretty strong in the mid-game, right? His ult is catch. He is relatively mobile with his max 3. Has no burst, but the best ultimate in mid-game on a very, very long cooldown. So, I mean, and he does have care. Zorman also had care, but sometimes, depending on how he builds. I think because of these reasons, I think Dynamo pretty high tier in mid game. Graves is like fine again in mid game. Like she has no catch, no mobility, no burst, at a fine mid game ult. I'm putting her in D tier. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. No, poo poo. Gray Talon. Gray Talon is like strongest in mid game, and that feels bad, man, because she has no catch, decent mobility with the force stand built in, right? Really, really good burst, and like a fine mid game ultimate. Being able to roam across the map while being in a corner of the map is pretty good. I'm moving Gray Talon up to A tier. Haze is up next. Haze is pretty good in mid game, right? If she's ahead. Let's put that in there. If you're ahead, you can kind of do your roam and do your thing on Haze. Good catch, good mobility, not a lot of burst, but if your team has burst, sleep makes it so that your team can burst people, right? And has a very good mid game ultimate. Being able to just sleep, slowing hex, and then kill somebody. Pretty good. Pretty good. Holiday's going right next to her, right? She has catch, she has mobility, she doesn't have much burst. Though if you're hitting the goober combo, you do have burst with your ult combo. So let's say that she does. Let's say that she does. And she has a catch ult. So like she's pretty strong in mid game. Who's up next, guys? We get the fire guy in furnace. Guy needs the scale. Guy needs the scale. No catch, essentially no mobility. You don't want to be using flame dash for mobility. No burst, and like a fine ult. Just not the character that you want to be carrying in mid game with. Ivy, I'm gonna put her in A tier. She's arguably S tier. Let's go through. No catch, but kind of has catch with stone form, right? With ulti stone form, being able to get somebody that's out of position. Highly mobile while also bringing a teammate, right? Being able to bring that teammate across with you is a very strong interaction. Now she doesn't have a lot of burst, and her ult is really good for the same reason, hyper mobile. And then she has some of the best care in the game, right? She has some of the best care in the game. I'm gonna keep her in A tier. I think I'm gonna keep her in A tier. Kevin's like fine in mid game. Kind of has catch with his ult, right? Like Dome can catch people out. This is true. It's relatively mobile with Ice Path. No burst. Has a decent mid game ult with Dome, as I said, and has like pretty good care, pretty good overall care. Just character's not too good right now. That's all I gotta say. Now, if we're talking about like peaks and whatever, like sure, like his mid game's probably up a tier, but I don't know. Geist. Geist. No catch, no mobility, decent burst with her ult. And then, like, even the ult isn't that good. So, I mean, what else do I gotta say? It's a scaling character, not that great in mid game. Lash, come on, guys. Catch with ult, hyper mobile, a lot of burst, one of the best mid game ults in the game. Need I say more? Need I say more? McGinnis, gotta be C tier. Like, kind of catch with wall, right? Not mobile, no burst, bad ult, and has care. I can't put a support in a tier lower than C. I just can't. I can't put a character that has an AoE healing ability in a tier lower than C. I just can't. I'm not allowed. I'm not letting it. I'm not letting it. Minaha. Minaha's at least A tier. Let's talk about it. No catch, but kind of catch with her ult. Right? Being able to silence. Pretty strong. Hyper mobile. Only 2 stam, but Bats lets her do things that other characters aren't allowed to do. Insane burst. And a decent ulti, right? A tier seems fine. A tier seems fine for what the fuck. I don't want to save this. Okay. A tier seems fine for Mina. Now, Mirage, on the other hand, remember in my laning phase tier list, they went hand in hand. I'll try and link this in the top right. I'm 16 minutes and 50 seconds into the recording, so this will probably be like 12 minutes-ish into the video. I'll try and link it into the top right, but if not, check the comment section down below, or just like my recommended feed, you probably see the laning tier list, whatever. They went hand in hand. They were like the same character. But Mirage has to scale. He has catch with Tornado, whatever. Who cares? No catch, because you don't want to be doing this on Mirage. You don't want to be fighting mid game unless you're TPing into a positive fight. Mobile. Okay, let's talk about it for real. He has catch with Tornado. He's hyper mobile because he has TP. Really good burst with Max Jinsmark, and once again, his ult makes him mobile. But he needs to scale. He realistically should be like B tier, but I'm putting him into D tier because you need to scale on Mirage. No, I'm gonna put him in B tier. I'm gonna put him in the B tier. You just remember that you need to scale on Mirage. In mid game, you should be opposite side and then TP into the fight. Opposite side, TP into the fight. Opposite side, TP into the fight. That's all you have to remember on Mirage. You don't want to be in the fight, TP out of the fight. Mo is best in mid game. One of the best catch ults in the game. Very good mobility with Burrow. No burst, and once again, like we have the catch ult. But something that we didn't talk about here is Mo is a big man. He's a big man. He's a big man. Like, look at how big he is. Look at how big he is. Big man, big guy. Takes a lot of damage. He takes a lot of damage in the mid game. Paige is just gonna be S tier in every single one of these. Catch, root, plus ult, plus she's building knockdown, slowing hex, vortex web. No mobility. Worst mobility in the game. She's like a 2-stam character with no movement abilities, whatever. No burst. Very good ult, though. Very good ult, right? Because the ult does 2 things. It's a stun, it's a CC ability, and then it is also care. She has a lot of care. She's just very strong throughout all stages of the game. And if you disagree, you're wrong. Dude, Swap needs a cooldown nerf. Paradox is very good in mid game. She has good catch with her ultimate ability. She has decent mobility with carbine movement, right? I don't know if that's patched or not, but I'm gonna pretend like it is, or it isn't, rather. Next up, we have burst for the Paradox, and she does with her 1+3 combo. And then on top of it, just your team is going to be bursting them. Like, your team is going to be bursting them is the thing. And then her, once again, like her ult is the catch ult. Her ult is the catch ult. So I think Paradox is very, very strong in mid game. Very, very short catch ult cooldown. Talking about short ult cooldowns, Pockets is not long enough. He doesn't have catch. He's hyper mobile with a lot of burst and a very, very strong team fight winning ult. Like, definition S tier mid game. Definition. A tier mid game. We got the Rem. Oh, guys, I got bad news. What the hell? Is there a way to like move this to the left? Okay. I had to do a little bit of reorganizing, and that is fine. I just do not want to be covering the tier list at any point. I'm sorry if you guys were used to how it looked before and now it looks weird to you. It also looks weird to me, and I'm not happy about it. But let's continue on with the tier list. Let's talk about Rem and why he is an A tier, possibly S tier character. Good catch with his ult. Once again, a lot of these characters with catch ultimates are going to end up in the high tiers, and I'm even considering putting Holiday a tier up. Right? Let's talk about his mobility. He doesn't have a lot of base mobility, but Tagalong being able to make him invulnerable is very, very strong, and I'm putting it into the mobility category. He is invulnerable in team fights. That is, like, guys, that's broken. It's broken. And he can still press 4 buttons during team fights. Absolutely insane. No burst. Sorry, I'm talking about Rem. It's making me sleepy. Good ultimate. Very, very good ultimate, guys. Rem is broken. Rem needs nerfs. Oh, and he has care. And he has care. 7. Going right down here with the carries. No catch. Not very mobile. No burst. Good mid game ult. Like, if you happen to be in a team fight in mid game S7, good job. You'll probably win it because you have a strong ult. But do you want to be in a team fight S7 in mid game? Hell no. Hell no. Dude, just stop. Stop. Shiv. Guys, Shiv is strong during mid game. I'm going to put him into B tier for now. He's probably going up. No catch. 0 catch. Very mobile with right click movement. Good burst with dash and ult. His ult will just execute for 25% HP and a very good ult. Now, do I put him into A tier? I do. Shave it into A tier. I don't think he's S tier. Like, your team still needs to be winning the fight in order for you to actually do stuff onto Shiv. Now, a character you don't need to do stuff to win on. Silver, very, very strong mid game. I'm going to put a dash for catch because she has Vola, right? And she has her 2 to kind of, turn and put people into your team. So that's getting a dash. She's, like, kind of mobile. I'll put a 2 for this as well, or a dash for this as well because of her 2. Very, very, very good burst with her 1. And this is ignoring her ult form right now. Dude, her ult form is just, it's so strong. It's just like an instant fight winner in mid game if you can safely transform. They need to nerf this character's base form and just let her be an ult bot. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me be upset. Silver's S tier. There's nothing I gotta say. Sinclair, for all of these tier lists, is going to be in B tier because, like, he's just as good as the other team comp is. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. He has good catch with Bunny, no mobility. Like, I know I'm probably not using catch right, by the way, but I'm using it as like CC abilities. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not using it like as like pick potential. I'm using it as like CC abilities and like stuff that can punish people for being in bad positions. Bunny, yeah, burst, yeah. And then this is like What do you mean ult when it comes to Sinclair? What do you mean? Like, it depends. It just depends. Venator's actually pretty good in mid game. Once you hit that tier 5 of your frickin' whatchamacallit of your gut shot of your shotgun, no catch, no mobility, good burst, very good burst with tier 5 shotgun, and a good ult, which is also his burst, right? Fully upgraded shotgun, good burst, ult, good burst, right? Okay, that was Venator. Victor, you need the scale. Like, do you notice these characters are Graves plus characters that need the scale? That's makes sense that they don't scale in the mid game. No catch, no mobility, no burst, no good ult. Like this character might be the worst out of all of them. Goo guy, goo guy. Guys, what do we think about the goo guy? I'm gonna put him in the B tier, right? Not catch, though he does have displacement with puddle punch, but I'm not putting in as catch. Mobility, yes, he is hypermobile. He is hypermobile. He doesn't have great burst, but I'll give him a check mark, right? This is with 3, and then this is with like the 1-3 combo, right? 1 plus, oh my god. 1 plus 3 equals 4, and his 4 is not good, right? All it is essentially a second life. Viscous, pretty decent in the mid game, somewhere around these other characters. Vindicta, if you're not doing things in mid game, you're wrong. Fake, good catch. Mobility, not really, but she does have flight. Good burst, has an execute on her ultimate. And her ult is very, very good. It is permanently stacking weapon damage now. Very, very, very strong. Oviscus also had care. But Vindicta has permanently stacking weapon damage, so if you're not doing things in the mid game, you are not going to win the game. Play mid game Vindicta. You have to. You have to. You're not allowed to play anything else. Another A tier one here. Pretty surprising. You know, looking at like the characters that want to scale, Viper is one of them, but she has Bola, which is like kind of catch, right? Whatever. Hyper mobile with slide, right? With slither rather. Good burst with 2. And like a pretty good mid game ult. Pretty good mid game ult. I feel happy putting her into the A tier. Warden is another one of these like Mirage type characters where you want to farm and then be opposite side, but also be ready to fight if you need to, like be ready to TP in or whatever. I'm not saying he has catch. I'm not saying Cage is catch. He's not mobile. He doesn't have burst, but he's a very, very strong mid game ultimate. Like very strong mid game ultimate, and that's why I'm putting him in the B tier. He'll go to the C tier. I can't. I can't. Mirage is able to teleport across the map. This guy isn't. Guys, the characters that need the scale, even if they have a catch ultimate, need the scale. Like, look at this. Wraith has 3 out of 4, but she still needs the scale. Like, you're not going to actually be doing anything if you ult somebody unless you have people around and like, well, Mo's the same way. Mo needs people around him to ult people as well. But I don't care. I just don't care. Wraith needs the scale. Mo doesn't. And Yamato's a pretty strong mid-game carry. No catch, no mobility, but very good burst and a very good ultimate. Maybe these categories weren't the best. Let me know down in the comments below if you want to see the late game carry tier list. I imagine it's going to look kind of the opposite of this. It's not. It's actually not. There's going to be a lot of the same characters at the top. Pretty funny if you ask me. Once again, thank you guys for all of the support you have been giving me. It means so much to me. It actually means the world. You guys don't understand. But also, like, dude, this is getting annoying. Please recommend new video ideas in the comments below, because I'm just gonna keep doing sloppier and sloppier tier lists. Like, I'm gonna have to rate characters based off like their design, and that's gonna go well because like Kelvin's just a dude with ice and Furnish is a dude with fire. That happens to be Ixie, and like, please let me know. I'm sorry also if I was a little bit down this video, a little bit under the weather this morning. Really not feeling it, but thank you guys for all the support. Once again, like and subscribe. Oh, I forgot to say like and subscribe in the intro. All right. Peace.